We're through 6 in Atlanta, 8-6. New York has the lead. It's a real thrill for us to be joined by the real home run champion, Henry Aaron.
Well, thank you.
Nice job with the number 44 tonight.
I could hardly reach it.
You look great. Feeling well?
Well, I feel good. You know, still a little problem with my leg, but other than that, age, of course, has gotten me. You know, I'm 82 years old, so.
Come on.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You look like you can still hit.
No, I don't think so.
Come on now.
I don't think so.
Well, what a ball game. You have to enjoy this one, the way the Braves have come back so
I'm
far.
loving it. You know, I was sitting in the dugout, and we were I think it was 8-0, I think.
Yeah. Right.
And I sit there, and then first thing you know, we got 6 runs. So they wanted to put me back there, and I said, oh, no.
Yeah, we may make you go back.
Yoenis Cespedes takes a strike as Chris Withrow takes over here in the 7th. These are obviously exciting times for the Braves. The Braves just had the draft. We've got SunTrust Park coming online. Everyone's very excited about the way the ball club's playing right now, winning 7 of 8 games. It's got to make you feel very good as a proud member of this organization.
And it does, you know, and you know, the thing that makes me so happy is the fact that you can see the improvement in so many of these young kids. You know, at the beginning when I went to spring training, you didn't know who was going to play short, second, third, or whatever. But now you've seen some progress. You see the kid at shortstop doing well. You see 1 or 2 of the outfielders are playing well. So, you know, you can see that. And the reason that I can see it is because I was part of that long time ago when you had the Glavins and the Smokes and all of them. And they were growing up to be the kind of ball players that you knew they could be.
Yeah, Tommy's talked a lot, Hank, about how that first year was a learning process for him, and he got beat up a little bit, but he learned from it and got better.
You're absolutely right. I remember so well Tommy's I believe his first game was in Houston.
Was? Right.
Yeah, in Houston. And I remember someone saying that, oh, you think this kid belonged in the big leagues? And I had seen enough of him to know that if given the opportunity that Tommy was going to figure it out.
It's hard these days to have patience like the Braves had to have back in the mid 80s, late 80s to get the farm system back to where it was very productive and leading to those 14 division championships, and that's kind of where we are now.
Well, you're absolutely right. You know, and the reason for that is because these kids don't have chance or time to go to the minor leagues and learn their trade. You know, we have to bring them up, send them to the minor leagues, and bring them right back up. You know, when I first went to spring training, it was almost a week before I put a bat in my hand. I had to learn how to slide.
Really?
I had to learn how to slide. Yeah, and these kids don't know how to. They don't really know how to do that. You know.
Neil Walker lines out to center. Cespedes back to first.
So it was real basic. It was learning all those things before you started hitting.
Yes. Before you put a bat in your hand, you had to learn how to get on first, learn how to go from first to third, and learn to slide. I mean, the proper steps to take.
Sure. How to cut the base.
Cut the bases.
Yeah.
Right. So, and you know, nowadays, these kids now, you know, they come right out of college, and 1 year or half a year, 3 or 4 games in the minor leagues, and they're back in the major leagues again. Yes. And I was telling someone the other day, you know, when I first got in the big leagues, you know, it was a long time, even before I was in the big leagues. And that was Matthews and Adcock and Crandall and all those guys. And I didn't even get in the batting cage until one of them told me, he said, "Rookie, it's time for you to go in there and hit." You know, so I didn't take it for granted that I was.
You had to get permission.
I had to get permission. That's right.
Well, how many swings did it take, and how long did that unmistakable sound tell Mr. Matthews and Mr. Adcock that you may be a rookie, but the ball off your bat isn't like a rookie?
Well, that's the way they treated everybody.
Sure.
Really, you know, so
Cespedes is out. He came off the bag and just might have turned his ankle. Withrow just picked him off, and Cespedes is down in a heap at the first base bag.
Well, that's just what Terry Collins wanted to see. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Foot rolled, came off the bag. Good call over there by Ryan Blackney, who Blakeney who made the call. And it was the right one.
Boy, and you hope Cespedes isn't hurt badly on that play. That's, as Joe said, the last thing the Mets need with all the other injuries they've had piling up. If they lose him for an extended period of time, along with Duda and Wright, and if the Braves come back and win this game, this would be a collapse of epic proportions for the Mets.
And he's got to make his way to the dugout.
We'll see if he stays in the game. He is out on the pickoff. And Cespedes very gingerly makes his way.
Hank, there had to be, through your career, times where you had similar issue. Maybe you rolled your foot on a base or in the outfield. It just wasn't time to take off there, was there?
No, it wasn't.
You got to get out there.
No, I did that against Cincinnati, against Joey G. I remember I'm stepping on the bag just about like he did and twisted my ankle. And I played, of course, the rest of the game. And I had chipped a little bone in my ankle. And I had to play the rest of the year. And then next year, I had to go have an operation. But I can tell that those little things like that really hurt.
James Loney, the batter, 1 ball, no strikes. We're visiting with Henry Aaron, who helped us count down to 43 home games left at Turner Field, with, of course, the iconic number 44 peeled away. What are your memories of this ballpark? As we,
well, I didn't play in this ballpark,
right.
Really, but I remember a lot of things that happened. There've been some great moments in this ballpark. I remember, of course, Muhammad Ali lighting the torch, and I remember meeting him for the first time. And I know he had almost 10 practices to learn how to light the torch without dropping the torch.
Really?
And do you know that the night that he lit the torch, he didn't drop it at all. He kept it right in his hand.
Wow.
Yeah, and it took a while for that thing to light.
That's right. He sure did. Yes.
1 and 2 for Loney. That skips up there.
Have you been over to the new ballpark?
I have not as much as the crowd kind of frightened me a little bit, but no, I haven't been as much as I should. I was talking to Terry McGurk, and he told me, he said I need to go over and look at it, because it's really going to be a beautiful ballpark.
The whole area.
Yes, the whole area. Yes. In fact, I was over there today.
Good.
Yes.
Were you picking out your seats or what? 2-2 pitch is hit in the air to left. Long run for Francoeur. Won't get there. It's in foul ground. Now we've got a picture that I want to show you. It's always great to turn back time. I'm sure you've seen this photo before.
Okay. That's Bill Bartholomew.
Bill Bartholomew.
Yeah. I was signing a big contract.
Big contract? How big?
You were. I bet it was big for the time.
It was,
yeah.
No, I don't know what I was doing, but I do know that Bill and I got along very well. He was quite a gentleman. I really admired him a lot. But that's Bill Bartholomew.
Isn't it wonderful about this organization that players like you and Bill Bartholomew are still so around an awful lot and still so involved with this Braves franchise? It really is remarkable.
And he loves the Braves. He really does. He loves the ball club, and he wants to see them do well.
As do we all. 2 balls, 2 strikes for James Loney. And Withrow watches that one bounce into our camera well. Loney's had a big night tonight for the Mets. He's scored 3 runs. He's doubled. And he's hit a 3-run homer. His second homer as a Met. They jumped out 8-0. The Braves have come back with 6 runs of their own. I know you like offense. Right?
I do.
And there are a lot of runs going up tonight.
But I'm so thrilled because of the way the Braves are swinging the bats, really, and that's what makes me happy. We may not win a championship or a pennant this year, but we certainly deserve, and you can see some of these young kids develop. What do we got? Home run tonight to right field.
Yep.
And everybody's hitting the ball well, and they playing like they belong here. Really.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And a bouncing ball to the right side. Freddie Freeman, nice play. Withrow to the bag, and that'll retire the side. Could you stick around for another half inning?
I can, yes.
We'll bring you a nice cool drink of water, get you cooled off.
Okay.
And hopefully see the Braves
All
come
right.
back and rally here at the 7th inning stretch.